Hey, I got to start over. I'm doing right. What's up, everybody? This is Will from the Fight Gods podcast. We are here after a crazy night, actually crazy weekend of fights last night. But yeah, we got all kinds of stuff to talk about tonight. Happy Sunday, Nico. What's going on, man? You doing all right?
I'm doing fan-fucking-tastic. How you doing out there, man?
Oh, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I'm just looking for a certain somebody that I'm gonna go ahead and invite to the stream real quick. You might know who I'm talking about. You might not, but I'm gonna go ahead and invite him. We'll see if he shows up.
He said last week I know who you're talking about. I hope he tunes in.
He said last week
he'll get the audio version of it.
Oh yeah, he said last week, hey, I will be there. So I'm gonna go ahead and tag him. Yeah, man, but everything's going real good. On Friday night, we had Phil Davis in a rematch against Nemkov. And that just didn't go Phil Davis's way this time. No split decision, though. Nemkov looked really good. Did you see that fight?
I did see that fight, man. Nemkov did look really fucking good.
Yeah.
When you want to dive into it, we can dive into it. But I don't know if we want to go that deep yet.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, we'll go ahead and start talking about some things. You know, that was a main event Friday night. Saturday night, Ben Askren took on Jake.
No. We're not doing that. I got that. If that's what we're starting, I got that.
All right.
So
yours.
Dr. Yared, first of all, when it comes to this shit, from now on, I'm the doctor. All right. I'm giving the sessions here. You just tune in. All right. Dude.
And there you go.
To everybody out there, I just want to address everybody real quick who told me, Ben's the athlete, the Olympic level athlete. He's going to grind the kid out. He's going to get into the fucking clinch, drag him into deep water. XYZ is going to happen. Eat your fucking words.
All day.
Remove your shorts and start to eat them. That's not what took place. What I said was going to take place took place. The youth was too much. The speed advantage was too much. The power was too much. And that doesn't have shit to do with Ben having a shit shin. It don't have shit to do with him weighing 190 pounds because God knows he damn near walks around at that. He's never been in the best shape of his life, even when he was cutting down to 170. He got touched on that fucking button and he went to sleep because Jake possesses power that most men don't possess. Stop comparing yourself to this kid. Don't do that shit no more. He's not you. He has top dollar to have these professional trainers come in and teach him shit and make him legit, and he's taking it very serious. Definitely. Now, does he need stiffer competition? Yes, we all agree on that. Can he go and fight an amateur with 3 fucking fights on record and no name? No, he cannot. Okay. That will not sell fucking tickets. All of us know this shit. Will he go and fight a pro boxer with 20 plus wins on record and a name? No fucking way. It makes no sense. Y'all fucking morons are talking about, hey man, but if he fought Canelo Alvarez, eat a dick. He is not Canelo Alvarez.
Canelo Alvarez, that's ridiculous.
You're out of your fucking biscuit.
Yeah, definitely.
You're talking about him fighting pro fighters like that? What are you smoking?
There's no reason. Yeah, there's no reason.
With Ryan Garcia, who's way lighter than him. He's way more experienced than him. Ryan Garcia is going to fuck Jake Paul up. Jake Paul is an amateur, just has the title of pro. He's only had 4 fucking fights.
Right.
Cut the shit, guys. Cut the shit, guys. He's good for what he is. And now we know he's way better than Ben Askren will ever be with the fucking hands.
Right.
Point blank, period. Who the fuck is next? Probably Dylan Dennis.
Well,
after Dylan Dennis, what's up?
Hey, so
talk to me. Tell me something. What do you know that I don't know? What's going on, bro?
Today. Today. It was today. Let's see. Yep. Today. Early in the wee hours of the morning, he has been called out by UFC legend BJ Penn, who said, "Hey Triller, give me a contract."
Hold on. Did BJ telepathically send this message, or has he woken up from the strip club? What's going on here? What is he talking about?
He put it on.
I'm Jake Paul. I'm accepting a fight.
Oh yeah.
You can come spar me for free.
Yeah. I mean,
we'll put the footage out. Unless you're looking for the payday, BJ Penn, which we all know you are. Unless you're just looking for the payday, you're going to get scrubbed the same way that Ben just got scrubbed. And Tyron Woodley, please stop. Don't do it to yourself, buddy. Yeah. You're really acting like you can throw right now. We ain't seen you do it in quite some time, and we all know it's because you have one shoulder. Cut the shit.
Yep.
You're not that what you were. So stop, because you'll go out there and you'll get embarrassed too, dude.
Yeah.
Cut it out. It's gonna take way more than that.
So this was BJ's tweet. He said, "Hey Triller, send me a contract and I will happily knock this fucker out in 1 round, 100%. And Jake's response, ha 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 ha.
Absolutely. I'm laughing like that too. I want to know right now, who gave BJ Penn what to make him high? Was it Snoop or was it Oscar?
It was Oscar De La Hoya.
They're not on the same shit. Oscar on some different shit.
What's up, Chili Willie? Yeah, you're right about that. Chili, did you see the fight, man? That was ridiculous. The Jake Paul and Ben Askren fight, if you want to call it that, man.
Chili, from now on, you let them know that I told y'all what was going to go down and how it was going to go down. For the payday, says Brandon Carl. It was a beautiful payday. It was a beautiful payday for Ben. And it would be a beautiful payday for BJ as well. But the end result is going to be the same.
Yeah.
And their mindset is going to be the same.
And BJ's even smaller.
For some reason, these guys from the UFC who are done, who are finished, kaput, really think that this kid can't move in the ring. The kid can move in the ring. At the level of the professional boxers that we're accustomed to seeing, no fucking way. But nobody's saying that. He's saying, I move way better than this fucking guy. And y'all are going, man, maybe not. Maybe there's some intangibles that he can't make up for. He made up for them.
Yeah.
He made up for them. Stop. We all saw Ben try and get that fucking clinch. He ran across the ring like a madman. The kid's movement was too much for him, and they were locked in a fucking phone booth.
Yep.
Should that not go to fucking Ben as the advantage that they were locked in a phone booth? For God's sake, my living room is bigger than the goddamn ring that they fought in last night. You could fit that ring inside of my living room right now.
That was a small ring. Yeah.
It was a small ring, and Ben still couldn't catch him to tie up.
Nope, you're right about that. That that was unfortunate for him.
I was like I just can't fathom that these people are really thinking this way right now, man. It caught me off guard how my phone blew up today. People talking about the fixes in. Bull fucking shit, the fixes in. Did you hear how that shot hit his head?
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
And Ben landed a right hand. That was a good right hand. It had some pop on it. Right. Now, if you put Jake on ice skates, is the fix in then?
Right,
or
and that could have.
Trash like y'all say he's trash. Because I'm sure that would have been the narrative that we ran with today. Nico, Nico, we told you he was trash. We told you he was trash. That's what y'all would have been saying today. But nobody's singing that. Instead, y'all got to go with the fixes in. Cut the bullshit.
Yeah, that's kind of ridiculous. There was no fix in there. I've seen fixed fights. That was definitely not a fixed fight. I'll tell you what, Nico. I told you I was team Ben going in. And I honestly thought Ben was going to win, but I told you I'm not going to argue it with you because we have no idea what's going to happen. It's like a circus act, right?
Absolutely.
I knew before the bell rang that Ben was going to get knocked out. Immediately. Why did you know that? Because he was standing there. He looked across the ring, saw Jake Paul hopping up and down, and he started hopping up and down in the exact same cadence. If you watch the replay, it's like Ben didn't know what he was doing in there. Like he was like, "Oh, am I supposed to be doing this? Oh, okay, I've seen boxers do this." Like it was like.
How did you know that Jake Paul was serious as fuck?
How did I know he was serious?
Yeah, how did you know he was serious as fuck?
I mean, he came out there stone-faced. He looked like
came out there with no fucking shirt on.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's true, too. Yeah. I mean,
that boy walked out there with no shirt on, nothing.
Right.
He was ready to work, bro. There was no play in the kid.
No.
Y'all got to stop sleeping on him. It's gonna take much more than is being put in front of him right now. That's what y'all need to know. If he call out Dylan Dennis, all y'all put your money on Jake Paul. Until he's standing across that ring from Conor McGregor, like don't do it to yourself. Don't bet against the kid. Because that's everything that he's doing right now is for that fight. So everybody who steps in the ring with him leading up to that fight is probably going to get washed out.
I wouldn't be so quick to be calling out Nate Diaz, though.
I wouldn't be quick to either. In fact, I think 2 shows ago, maybe 1 show ago, I said, yeah, if you call out Nate Diaz might beat that ass. But I'm telling you all right now, every month that the kid continues to train, he's getting fucking better.
Right.
He's only 24 years old.
Yeah.
I believe. I could be speaking out of pocket right there, but I believe he's only 24. So y'all got to chill out, man.
Yeah. You saw what Brandon said?
With no chance or horrible downsides?
Downsides,
Hey, man, look, I agree with you, but you were definitely one of the people who thought Ben was going to tie this kid up and drag him out in the 7th or 8th round. I know you. We've spoke.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
Y'all definitely thought that he was going to drag him out and he had some intangibles. I'll go on your stat right now. Don't do that.
So let's talk about this. Before the main event, and I'm pretty sure he was supposed to commentate the main event, but they pulled him off after the co-main event. Oscar De La Hoya.
Oscar
What the fuck was he doing, man? He was hilarious.
Hey, yo, the commentators got to chill with that because they kept going, hey, man, did you have someone with Snoop had? First of all, we don't do that. I smoked a blunt before this show. So
calm like Snoop.
We don't do that. I'm not about to sit up here for the next 40 minutes or so yelling, USSR! That's not what's about to take place. So we're going to stop blaming Snoop Dogg for that shit. That was Yit. That was that booger sugar.
Hey,
that was that night at the Roxbury. You know what I mean?
Unless he was smoking with Snoop and he laced it. That's the only way it happened.
I heard one of the commentators say, I heard Snoop Dogg gave you a blunt. Yeah, and he split that bitch open and he laced that shit with cocaine. That's the only thing that took place right there.
Yeah, that was. Oscar was out of his damn mind. This dude, apparently, he's calling out Eddie Alvarez.
Is that the route he's trying to go?
It is. And I know we talked about all this stuff, and Eddie's okay on the feet, and Oscar would tune him up if he still could go. I mean, he's 50 something now. We haven't seen him in so many years.
I don't know when the last time Oscar stepped inside of the ring to kind of or move around was. If his tools is still sharp, he'll probably give Eddie that work.
Right. He just can't get hit.
Bullshitting and fucking snorting his face off and enjoying this money that's starting to come his way, then hey, yo, I don't think so, Oscar. That's not the one. You better hop inside that Legends League.
Right. We'll see.
Get sugar in there or something.
Right. Well, there's a thing people need to remember too. He's not Ben Askren and he's not Frank Mir. Eddie actually has dangerous stand-up.
Yeah.
So if he does land something big on Oscar would be in trouble. So he's got to be a little bit more intelligent about who he's going to call out. If he wants to fight an MMA fighter, we could find him somebody, but I don't think Eddie's the right route for his first fight back. That could be a bad night.
I wanted to touch base on this before I forget about it as well, because people keep saying, hey, yo, he needs to stop fighting these UFC guys.
Right.
Y'all need to understand these UFC guys, they don't make what these boxers are making, guys.
Right.
They're not making that money. So if they get the opportunity to go fight this kid and make that kind of fucking money off of it, they're going to take it. And they should take it. Because they don't get that paper like that. Not unless they're very top tier. Like you know, the elite of the elite. And even sometimes those guys who we view as that, just because they have the belt around their waist, they're still not making the Conor dollars.
No, not even close.
You know what I mean? It's all based off of their pay-per-view points and their buys and shit like that. So y'all got to chill with that shit. Let these UFC guys go over there and fight this kid if they want to do that shit. Because it's probably their only opportunity at that type of payday.
Right. I'd say there's at least 3 male and 2 female champions in the UFC right now that aren't clearing like $750,000 a fight.
Mm-hmm.
Not even clearing that. They might be making $500,000 a fight. That's it. I'd say Peter Yan, Volkanovski, who else? Valentina. What's that?
I was saying Valentina same time. Yeah.
Kamaru Usman. Kamaru Usman's not making that money. His pay-per-views are struggling bad.
I don't think Francis is making that money yet.
Yeah, I think Francis maybe, but no.
I don't think so, man. I don't think he's doing that yet.
There you go, Nico.
Could he KO Amanda Nunes?
Are you talking about Jake Paul? I hope he does.
In a boxing match?
Yes, he could knock her out.
Bro, I'm not doing this shit with you. That boy is 190 pounds. He's gonna tower over her. Brandon, he's doing her dirty. Facts, 100%.
Right. No, I agree.
I'm not bullshitting with y'all. He'll slap her fucking head off.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
I'm gonna have to call that man Ike when he done with her.
So we talked a little bit about Oscar and his ridiculous commentary. Some of the funniest stuff, he'd go back and forth. He's sitting there trying to coach Frank Mir,
but calling him shit at the same time.
Yeah, right. And he's trying to coach him, and calling him shit at the same time, saying how good the other guy is, but then saying he's got a glass jaw, so he's not very good. I was like, this is insane.
It was the most ass backward shit I have ever seen in my life, bro. It was insane. It was insane.
Right. You're right.
But hey, I'll pay for the event again to see Oscar do this shit again, man. It's funny, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So a podcast came out after the fight. Big John McCarthy and who's his partner? Josh, the dude that head kicked Nate Diaz, knocked him out. Only time he's ever been finished. Nick Thompson, is that his name?
Thompson.
I think so. No, not Nick Thompson. Hold on. Josh Thompson. There you go.
Thompson.
Yeah, Josh Thompson. I had his face in my head. So they came out and they are blasting last night's show. So
what they have to say?
I'll read some quotes.
Because there is a lot of shit to blast this show about. But it better not be what Jake did to Ben. That better not be what they're blasting the show about.
Right.
Because there's something that you could blast the show about. You could blast it for the audio. You could blast it for the production value. You could blast it for the fact that there was damn near no boxing that took place on the fucking card at all. And it was actually a concert. So please let that be the route that they're going.
Well, this is what I'd say, and that is part of it. But there's some other stuff that I'm just like, you got to be kidding me. Give me a break. You guys thought Ben was going to win, and now you're just making excuses also. So first of all, Josh said this type of shit, it's going to sell, and it's going to continue to sell. This is where boxing is headed then. Total shit show. I feel bad for the real boxers out there. Okay. All right. I mean, you know, it's not – you'll never see Floyd Mayweather on this thing unless it gets a whole lot bigger. I just don't see him going to Triller, but you never know if the money's right. And he's a real boxer out there, first of all. I understand what he's saying, but they promoted this thing as a concert boxing match. And they had the slap fight, which I thought was hilarious.
Hilarious.
That was great.
Fucking Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Can I give him one? Can I give him one right now? You know, I want to adjust your volume. I give y'all one.
Go ahead. Do it up.
Woo! It's the Nature Boy.
Hey, man. He was hilarious. His facial expressions when they would get hit, he was like he was getting hit. It was hilarious. Exactly. He was warming up. That one dude
right now, man. I don't got no alligators on, but I will get up in this bitch and start stomping. I do this.
Hey, yeah. So the one guy, did you watch the slap fight? Oh, obviously you did. So,
oh my God.
So the one guy kept moving.
Yes.
He kept flinching and moving out of the way. I was like, as soon as he really gets hit, I told Melanie, I was like, as soon as he really gets hit, he's going out cold. And it wasn't even that big of a shot, and he was out. He was done. He was done. Because I saw the replay a few times. He got hit, but it wasn't.
Everybody was gassing up his slaps. His slaps sounded like that because this big motherfucker was not moving an inch.
Right, he was taking him.
Stone face, bro.
Yep, he was.
So, hey, yo. Go ahead.
So let's see what we got here. Besides
wait. If we're moving on past that, then we need to shout out Pete Davidson too.
Oh, I love Pete Davidson. I thought he was great in there.
Fucking hilarious. The fact that he went in there and it kind of bitched up to Jake Paul and kind of like tugged him off a little bit, and then went then goes over to Ben Askren and goes, "Fuck this guy. We all want you to win." Oh my God, bro! I was dying, and that was really Pete Davidson. That wasn't him putting on no act. He wasn't trying to make y'all laugh. He was dead serious when he said, "I was surrounded by a bunch of fucking goons, so I had to do what I had to do." Oh my God, bro! Classic.
You know that reminded me of Bobby the Brain Heenan. When the Royal Rumble would be going on, and be like, Hercules, that's my pick. As soon as he got kicked out, he goes, I told you guys the Warlord is going to win this. And he'd be on the next guy. That's what it reminded me of. You know?
Oh my God, so fucking funny, man. And then he gets on commentary and goes, hey, the kid can move. He starts talking about
he's for real. He can move, he's good.
You gotta cut it out, Pete.
Yeah, I love it.
Hey, look, Pete got to come out and his autobiography, whatever his header is on fucking Twitter or Instagram, it just got to say I'm a pussy. Like, just let people know from now on, bro. Like,
look,
my guy.
He reminded me of that. Right, he reminded me of that kid in school that would be like, two people are going to fight. Like, oh, I know you're going to kick his ass. Did he go over the same thing? Tell the other thing.
Yeah.
Just he'd be cool with the winner.
Cool with them, exactly. Whoever wins, hey, I got you. My guy. He's gonna watch the fucking show back. He's gonna know you talking shit about him. You got no shot at getting it good, my D.
My favorite line of the whole thing though is right after the slap boxing thing was over. He looked at the camera and goes, "What am I doing here? I just wanted to be a real actor." Hey man,
when he asked fucking Ben, hey yo, like, so is this one of your guys like dressed up in that robot suit or what? And Jake looked him square in the face and goes, "It's a real robot." I was like, oh, this is some awkward energy right here.
Yeah, it is.
What the fuck is Jack Harlow doing here? What was Jack Harlow doing? Like, somebody help me understand why he was there at all. What input did he give?
Yeah, that was ridiculous. You're right about that. The funniest part is, they had Al Bernstein messed up. You could tell that, and they kept saying it. The best commentator, the actual, right, not entertainment-wise, but the best actual commentator right there was Mario Lopez. He was the only one who actually would tell you what was really going on.
Yeah, he was taking shit in order. But, hey, yo, y'all gonna stop asking Mario Lopez what his fucking skincare routine is. And it's outrageous that he claimed it was baby oil. We all know it's Botox. Hey, my G, if you raise your eyebrows like this right here and it don't wrinkle up, my guy, yeah, it's Botox. It's Botox. So all the women cut it out with Mario looks young and like we want to know what his skincare routine is. Da 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 da. Cut this shit out, man. There's a lot of plastic in that face. But he do know his boxing shit. He was right on some boxing shit. Commentating was all right.
The dude is damn near 50, and he looks like he still did when he was like 13 years old.
Come on, man. My man looks like he's about to fucking go dap up Zach Morris right now.
I know. They don't want Zach Morris on there, man. You're gonna see the difference the years have made. But yes, okay. So back to Josh Thompson and John McCarthy. So let me see. I'm gonna try to read you the important parts. So McCarthy said the fan base won't monetize as easy. You made money on the first show based on Mike Tyson. You had Mike Tyson, but if you were counting on Jake Paul carrying this boat here and all the people that follow him, well, all the people of the world that follow him are millennials of the world, Gen X, whatever they call the new things. And those people, those are the people that live on the internet and they don't buy anything. They steal it. So I would really like to know how many people stole your feed and how many people actually paid for it, because people watched your show. I'd be one of them, but not many people paid for it. Okay. I mean, hey, there are a lot of millennials out there that steal the paper.
What are we acting like there's not people stealing Dana's white shit and he's not on a fucking tyrant against piracy right now?
Right. I guarantee you more people steal the UFC events than last night, like the big, like a Conor event or a,
What did they charge last night?
Was it 50?
Yeah, like stop, bro. Dana's getting us for fucking like $1,200 a year.
Right, pretty close now.
If you're a fucking fan and you're purchasing all of these UFC pay-per-view events, and you have UFC Fight Pass and all this other bullshit that he's hitting you over the head with the monthly charge for, you're paying over $1,200 a year for it. We don't give no fuck about no $40, $50 event that's gonna take place on fucking Triller.com. Ain't nobody going out their way to steal that shit.
Right
on Triller.com, buy that fucking event, laugh my ass off, hopefully get a good show in some way, shape, or form. Give me the entertainment. They're taking the realness of boxing and adding in that Vince McMahon shit.
Yeah.
Bro. You're making it a fucking spectacle. And that's what the people want. They want a spectacle.
Definitely. This reminded me in certain ways, and Chili, if you're still here, this actually reminded me of ECW, because if you remember at the beginning, they brought in like a lot of ex-WWE guys who had names, and that's how they sold their product. And it seems like they keep putting people that have a name like Tyson, like Roy Jones, Jake Paul has a name, but not from actual boxing, Frank Mir, all these guys. But anyway, they definitely are using some of the playbook of pro wrestling, guaranteed, absolutely. And it's smart. I mean, why shouldn't they? Boxing has gotten so stale. I mean, the last time there's been 2 big fights in probably the last 5 years, or no, 3. The 2 Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury fights, and Conor versus Floyd are the only big 3 fights they've had in at least 5 years. They're probably the only 3 that have sold more than 1.5 million. And boxing used to sell probably 6 or 8 a year that were big fights, and they're just not anymore. So they needed to change. I like Triller because of that. But so let's go back.
You already know who's coming over for him next, though.
Who's that?
Tiafimo.
Oh yeah, okay.
He's selling the next fucking fight.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Tiafimo. He has every fucking belt.
Yeah.
Y'all are crazy if you think that this kid don't have this shit figured out. You need to tip your hat to him. So John McCarthy and fucking Thompson, they can take that bullshit elsewhere. This kid's on something.
Does Jake own Triller?
Hey, yo, I wouldn't be surprised if he has his hand in the pot. That's for damn sure.
Right. Okay.
Or hey, look, it may be Snoop and somebody else, whoever Snoop's partners are. But right now, you either got to tip your hat to Snoop Dogg because he's fucking Don Kinging this kid.
Right.
He's Don Kinging this kid. He has him as Mike right now.
Yep.
Look, y'all can try. It don't have to be the comparison in the way that y'all are going to make the comparison that I just made, because y'all immediately go skill for skill. I'm talking grand scheme, big fucking picture, fight promoter and fighter.
Yep.
This show is going to be based around you. This is how we're doing this right now. I'm going to keep lining them up. You keep knocking them down in round 1, and we're going to keep our names in this fucking media and stay hot right now. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't care how you feel about it. I don't care that you don't like the fucking kid because he's a YouTuber. They're taking the blueprint and they're running with it. Yep. And it's working right now.
Yep, you're right. Everybody's talking about how nobody likes Jake Paul. Okay, cool. If nobody likes him, they're still going to tune in to see him get his ass kicked if that's really what you think is going to happen. Why do you think Conor sells so many pay-per-views? More people want to see Conor lose than win, and they want to tune in to see it. It's the oldest trick in the book, and Jake's doing it right.
If they hate you, they tune in. If they're indifferent, you're fucked.
Right.
Come on, bro.
When they stop talking about you, you better worry. There it is. So I wanted to read you this part, though, because this is the part of the whole thing that really bothered me about what John McCarthy said. He said, you've got this promotion with all this money, and you use the Georgia State Athletic Commission's people. And I don't want to say anything bad about them, but the Askren fight, this is what happens when you have a small-time referee making small-time decisions. And when I say small-time decisions, Ben Askren was up before it was even the count of 8 and was given a lot of extra time because the guy was trying to keep Jake Paul back. And this was the first, and this was the first round. There's a lot of people paying money for this fight. It's not a little regional grassroots fight where you have a 4-rounder and someone gets knocked out knocked on the ground, and you don't want someone to get hurt. You make decisions based on that. I realize the situation that we're in. To stop the Paul fight, no, you don't stop the fight. You don't just hand it to Jake the fight that way. Yes, Ben got hit with a shot, but Ben was up and Ben was ready to go. His hands were in the right place, all the things. Small time decision. It was really bad. If you're going to have a fight on, bring on a referee that understands what it's like to referee a high-level competition or a big-time show. He's saying that the referee screwed Jake over, and I've seen that a little bit. I mean, screwed Ben over. I've seen that on Facebook all day, and I'm like,
all right, look, I will give y'all that. I'm going to give that to y'all. And when I say give it to you, that means I don't agree, but if that's the shield that you want to die on, I'm not going to fucking fry you up for it. I could see that. His hands were up. As John said, he gave that man a standing 8 count. Jake Paul was still trying to get at Ben. He turned to him, made sure Jake Paul went back to his corner. Yeah. Probably took all of 4 or 5 seconds. Turned back to Ben, asked him to walk to him, and Ben was still fucking stumbling towards that man. Super heavy on his feet while he took those fucking steps. He was not clear and ready to go. I don't care where his hands were. And if the ref allowed it to continue and Jake came back across that ring, he was going to put that motherfucker on ice skates again.
Yep.
What are we talking about here? So you want to see the beating continue further? You know what the fuck is about to happen. You could tell from the 2 steps he took into the referee.
Yep.
I've seen fights get stopped early, and the ref try that shit where he hugs the fighter, and is like, this is over, and that motherfucker shoved the referee off of him and start giving the referee an earful. Where the fuck was that?
Yep, you're right about that.
He got carried away to his corner like he weighed nothing.
Yeah. No, that's true. I thought it was a just stoppage.
Even Ben Askren was like, hey, look, man, what he saw, he saw.
Yeah.
I thought I was ready to go, but clearly he didn't. Yep. There's no way, man. You can't do that. Bro, look, I was ready to go. I don't know why the hell he waved it off. I don't know if this guy is being paid by Jake Paul or not. I don't even know who the fuck this ref is. Why the hell did he stop that fight? Y'all saw me on my feet. You saw me with my hands up. Where is this?
It wasn't there.
It's not there because that fucking bell is rung. He's still trying to get. Hey, I'm fucking embarrassed right now.
And it was more one of these, like,
yes,
you know what I mean? Like, throw your hands up. Okay, whatever. You know what I mean? He was done.
He was done. Yeah.
So the best part of this whole thing, I'll finish up with John McCarthy and Josh Thompson though. But they were talking about how Ben was kind of stumbling around a little bit when he got up. That's what the referee said. So this was pretty good. Josh Thompson said, I think he forgets that Ben walks that way no matter what. And John McCarthy said, no shit, he walks like a duck anyway.
He does have one fucking hit. How'd that? Hey, what's his name? Yarsiv?
Oh,
what's the doctor's name?
The doctor is Yared
Vasquez.
So, yeah, I think so.
How'd that hip resurface go?
It didn't look too good
Because
to me.
it wasn't replaced, right? We went over the fact that it wasn't surgery. How did that hip resurface go? How did it look?
Right. It's Yared Vasquez.
Yeah, Yared. He's not here. He won't show up. He's hiding. He should be.
I feel you.
But how'd that hip resurface go? Huh? He looked super spry on his feet, right?
Didn't look
super good. Huh? Turn the clock back a little bit there, yeah.
It didn't look too good to me. But also, so we'll talk a little bit about Frank Mir, who came in. We got Fat Frank, who looked like he was. I think what did he weigh in at? Like 275 or something?
Yes.
That's ridiculous.
Yes.
He's at his best when he's about 230. You know, that was his good fight weight, 230.
He's at his best in the octagon.
Right. His defense was good, but it was very strange. His defense was like this. His defense was like this, Nico.
Yeah.
His hands weren't up.
He wasn't trying peekaboo?
Nah, I think that he just regularly trains MMA, didn't even train boxing like specifically, and I think he came in. He was striking like he was in the octagon.
Yo. My quote of the fucking night, though, man. Steve Cunningham is fucking Frank Mir up. Bro, that's so unprofessional, man. I don't know which one is better. Steve Cunningham is fucking Frank Mir up, or Ben Askren has a Vince Vaughn bod.
Yes, that was great.
He's got a body like a bag of milk. Yo, man. This was the most insulting roasting shit I've ever seen in my life, bro. They went to a new level last night.
Hey, but we loved it. It was entertaining, man. I loved it.
That shit took me out, man. The back milk, oh my God. But Steve Cunningham is fucking Frank Mir up. Frank clearly heard that shit.
Yeah, I think so.
We heard him say this. He's fucking Frank Mir up.
That's hilarious.
Like that was his boom shakalaka. Boom shakalaka. He's fucking him up.
That's funny. So, I want to say one thing about the Ben Askren situation. And I feel bad saying this, but it's the truth. Ben didn't only look like he hasn't trained in boxing for the last 8 weeks. He looked like he's never watched boxing in his life. I mean, really. Snoop Dogg was saying that he looked like he was a boxer from like the 1800s or whatever he said, because he had at one point he had his hands up like that, like the Fighting Irish.
Ben Askren, as Michael Puffer would say, Ben Askren looked like he only eat box lunches. That's the only thing that he do with boxing. Like, cut this shit out, man. That shit was awful, bro.
It was.
That man was built like a beanbag chair. He got to cut the shit, man.
Yep. Frank Mir too, man. I mean, both of those guys.
Frank Mir looked like he spray painted abs on.
Yeah.
Like, we gotta stop this shit right now, man.
Yeah, that was ridiculous, man.
But we got one more fight that we'll touch on, yeah.
Oh, the co-main event.
I don't want to give them Triller shit all night.
No. But hey, that was probably the biggest fight of the weekend. I mean,
hey, absolutely. From an entertainment and excitement standpoint, absolutely. Yeah. Hey. I dig some of the people not being into the concert section of shit, and Saweetie's performance was god awful and everything like that. But yo, Doja Cat fucking killed shit. She smashed her shit. The Mount Westmore was fucking great. It was awesome. And Justin Bieber was damn near perfect. So
he did great.
They gave you guys a great fucking concert. They gave you a great show. They didn't give you enough fights, though. I will give you that.
Nah, not enough fights. But yeah, we'll talk real quick about this this co-main event, if that's what you want to call it. It was Regis Paragas versus Ivan Redkach, and that was a freaking joke.
What was his name? Rugadoo?
Rugadoo is it?
Rugadoo? Kangaroo? Dunkaroo? What
is that his name? No, it's
Dunkaroos. Dunkaroos.
Yes, Rugaroo.
But he did a full blown shit in his underoos is what happened there.
For real, man. That was ridiculous though. Regis threw that punch. It wrapped around and hit him on the side of the belly. I mean, it was nothing. It could have hit his hip, honestly, you can't see exactly because he's got the big gloves on. But for that man to fall down and hold his manly parts was damn ridiculous. And he left on a stretcher. What the fuck was that about?
You called them manly parts? My brother, that was very nice of you because I think there's some girly parts down there. My man is no.
Bro,
he went out like a full-blown pussy.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
That was Aljo 2.0, man. He said, "Oh, Aljo, you think you're good? Watch this."
Come on. Denzel Washington and Glory. Oh my cup. Get the fuck out of here.
Yep, you're right about that.
That shit was crazy. That's not a flop. That's not a flop. We got to come up with another. That was the EGOT. That's the Emmy, the Grammy, the Oscar, and the Tony. That man went crazy right there.
Hey, look, Nico, everybody's going to want to see some kind of a meme tomorrow about it. You're going to have to put one out, man.
Yeah.
We got to get it.
We have to figure out what the fuck we're going to do with that one. That's crazy. We got to do the Aljo Hold My Beer.
Yeah, for real. We touched on it earlier, just the Bellator 257. That was it 257 or 258? Let me see. It was 257. Okay, that's right. So in the prelims, your boy Julius Angliscus kicked some ass. Looked like a light heavyweight GSP in that fight.
Amen, man. This is what I've been telling everybody. I just came up with this. You know, he's got to trademark it at some point in time. But that's the Some Magician Technician right there. For those of you who don't know, that flag that he's hanging behind his back, that's his Some Magician flag, the Some Magita, you know? So y'all going to have to learn that. That's the Some Magician Technician right there. He looked good. I was personally looking for more out of him on the feet. You know, I wanted to see his striking displayed a little bit more. But, hey, when you find that hole in somebody's game and you can expose it and make them rectify that shit,
right?
That's on them at that point in time. We've seen GSP do it time and time again. You secure the takedown, you secure the position, you secure the control time. What the fuck are they going to do with you?
Yeah.
What are they going to do with you?
And you are displaying the most aggression. So, and I mean,
and you're avoiding what the guy is best at the end of the day. You know, he does have a few TKO KOs on his record. Yeah. Now he's not getting a chance to even exploit that. You know what I mean? So more power to Julius. It was a beautiful display of what he is capable of doing. Very proud of him. I can't wait to see what he does next. I think that they alluded to him maybe doing this around July. I'm interested to see who they wind up getting for him. I would like to see him get Phil Davis.
That'd be pretty awesome. I'm sure, though, that they won't put him up against somebody big next, and I'll tell you why. Because they made him the alternate in the Grand Prix.
That's right.
They'll give him somebody who's not a very big name so that if they need to say, hey, take a walk, we're putting him in the Grand Prix. You know what I mean? Phil Davis, they wouldn't schedule him to fight Phil Davis because then if he's got to pull out, that'd be a huge fight. You know what I mean? If he fought Phil Davis. So.
Absolutely, it would be. But, hey, look, man, at the end of the day, man, did he seem too surprised when John McCarthy told him that he was the alternate in this tournament?
No, not really.
No, not really. That's because he knows where his spot is.
Yep.
He knows what it is already.
And we've been saying it for months that he should be.
Exactly. He should have been in that tournament. You got an 8-man bracket, and he's not the one you give a call. You fucking up already.
Right. And they brought in the Russian dude.
That's
right. We'll talk about him in a minute. Not ranked, and he lost in the second round. He didn't look good at all. But the thing I did want to say about Julius's fight, and I know you said you expect a little more out of him as far as the stand-up goes, but here's what I liked about it and why I said it was a GSP performance. There was not 1 second of the fight that he wasn't winning.
That's right. There was somebody who went 29-28. What the fuck were you smoking? That was 30-27 across the board. Easily. I guess you could try and make a case for the first round, but that was 30-27 across the board.
Easily.
There was no point in time where that guy was in the fight. Julius was outclassing that man.
Yep. That was the robbery of the year, just them giving that dude one round.
One fucking round. Are you out of your goddamn mind? Are you crazy right now?
Hey, he's the same guy who gave Masvidal 1 round versus Usman.
Oh, cut the shit.
No, it's not the same guy, really. I'm just messing around. But there was one guy who did it 49-46, and the other one was like 50-45 and 50-44 or something. It was ridiculous, man. giving Masvidal around. But that's the same thing, with the Julius thing.
Yeah.
But he was that. There was never a point where I was like, oh man, like nah. He was in charge the whole time.
Julius got touched with one right hand, and I said, "Oh, that guy's going to the ground now."
Yeah.
Just like that, it happened.
And it wasn't that big of a shot either.
Julius in either the second or third round, he took a shot from the outside. It was a crazy double leg. That's a shot that's not gonna, be successful on most guys. And he took that dude down like it was butter. I was like, oh, this is about to be a long night for homie. He don't got nothing for this wrestling right now.
Right. Nothing at all.
He didn't set it up off a 1-2. He didn't do anything. He shot a fucking double leg like they were wrestling, dude.
He pulled a Curtis Blades, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. But end result not the same.
Right? No. End
result not the same.
No, not at all. So, yeah, that was awesome on the prelims. This is what really was crazy to me. Oh, we'll talk about that in a minute. I just noticed though there were so many split decisions this weekend. It was ridiculous on all the fight cards. It was nuts. We'll talk about that a little more when we get to UFC. But in the women's flyweight division, Veda Ortega on the main card beat Desiree Yanez by majority decision. Excuse me, because one had it a draw. Two of them had Veda winning. So that was the other fight before the main event. And also Paul Daly knocked out Saba Hamasi. Thank you, Paul Davey, because that dude's a dick. So Paul Daly, good job, man.
Yeah, Paul Daly, man, that was good. That was definitely good for Paul Daly as well.
Hey, man. Paul Daly looked great in that fight. He said he wants some respect put in his name. They didn't put him in the top 10.
Wheels back, baby. I like that.
Yeah, for real. And Saba, like I said, he was a dick last week to me. Paul Daly, I was hoping you'd win. I was glad that you won. You'd have thought I won the fight. I was like,
hey, you want to know something, Will?
What's that?
It don't do nothing for his ranking now. How about that shit? It don't do anything for that. Now you take a step backwards, my boy.
Yeah. That dude would be out of the top 10 because he was only 8 before.
From now on, when we ask questions and motherfuckers talk to us sideways, we got to tell them motherfuckers, talk to me nice. You don't know how this shit coming back to you, man. Talk to me nice. Don't do that. Go. I put that X on you, motherfucker. Now you out.
For real. So besides that, we had the co-main event was Corey Anderson versus Yag Shamurdov. I don't know how to say that dude's first name. I'm not even going to mess it up. Anderson looked great. That dude coming in with all that hype.
Hey, look, man, I'm going to tell you like this. We touched base on him last week because we thought his name was, coinciding with some of the names that we like. There's no Magomed in there, so kick rocks on that end. And he didn't have the upper lip shape. He came in with the full beard.
Yes, that's true.
I want to rectify that. If the top lip ain't shaved, he's not on our wave, man.
Probably gonna have a problem. Yeah, that's true.
Stop it.
So then the main event, Phil Davis, he turned it on. I thought that he looked good in the 4th and 5th round, but the first 3 rounds he was getting outworked. I think that he probably lost the first 4 rounds and won the 5th, or was it the 4th that he won and he lost the 5th? Either way,
he turned it on in the latter round.
Yeah, he turned it on
in 4th, I think.
It was just too late, though. Yeah. He's already down in the scorecards. He was playing catch up. Yep. You're not catching up, man. Nemkov is a beast. He really is. That's a tough
100%, dude.
Yeah. And
if my boy is looking at that, he definitely gonna have to do work up on that output. That's for damn sure. Because Nemkov is a fucking workhorse, especially in them early rounds. He's not playing.
Right. And Nemkov's next fight will be a title fight, because he's defending the title throughout the whole tournament. So his next fight will be against either Rumble or what's his name that just came over from the UFC? Romero. Yoel Romero or Rumble Johnson. Or Julius, in case somebody gets hurt before or after, whatever. Hey, I know he's ready to go. So
if Julius fucking comes into this tournament, I'm going to need y'all to go back in the episodes where I was sitting here. I said, hey, yo, wouldn't it be wild if somebody who wasn't even in the tournament won the tournament?
We'll find the video.
We'll find it. We will find it. But I sat here and told y'all this, right? And I had the look on my face because I knew something was kind of up.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be wild if somebody who's not in the tournament wins the tournament?
Yeah, for real.
Say it one more time for y'all. Go back.
Yep, you're right about that. So that was the main event of that card. Let's move over to the UFC. It was Kelvin Gastelum versus Robert Whittaker. That was the main event. And Robert Whittaker, man, he just looked awesome.
We're doing this fight off rip?
Yeah, we'll just go ahead and start with the main event.
Oh, my God.
He looked great.
What was the score at the end of it? How did the judges see it?
50-45 all across the board.
Across the boards. That man looked fan-fucking-tastic.
Yep.
If he brings that shit versus Izzy,
yeah.
If he bring that versus Izzy, it's a problem because we remember how Izzy and Gastelum went.
Right.
Izzy had to tap in some deep dark place. My motherfucker said, "I'm prepared to die."
Right.
His mind had to fucking go. Yep. Remember that shit because Robert, he looked fucking fantastic.
And
that was a good version of Gastelum.
Right. And
I think Gastelum is suspect.
Did you see how good Robert's wrestling looked? You could tell he's working on it.
I told you this shit too. Yeah. I said, if this is going to go the way that I think it's going to go, Robert's going to have to do some wrestling.
Yep.
And he did.
And for him not to be a wrestler and Gastelum to be a wrestler, Robert's wrestling looked phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that he's probably working on his wrestling heavily because if he gets back there with Israel, we already saw what works.
Yes, bro.
We've already seen it works, man.
Yes. Yep. Yes. That's why I was trying to tell people, man. Their next bout, this is another fight I see going in trilogy. I know that y'all want Israel to hold this title and go a long way with this title.
Yeah.
Bobby Knuckles got something for that ass the next time they meet up.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be the same Bobby Knuckles.
No, it's not. He's
before that fight too. Like it was a lot going on there. He thought that it was already like written in the stars and they didn't want him to have that title. It was a lot going on there. It's gonna be a different Bobby Knuckles.
Yeah, that's true. I could see him winning the rematch if the Robert that showed up last night shows up against Israel Adesanya, Izzy's gonna be in some trouble, man.
Yes,
he might not finish the fight.
That dude looked phenomenal, and that was good Gastelum, man.
Yeah, no, Gastelum looked good.
He did, right? He was getting his shit off too.
Yeah, but it just wasn't enough. Robert, you weren't beating Robert last night. I don't care who was across the cage. Seriously.
Agreed. 100%, dude.
He was looking beast mode. So he won 50-45.
How many fucking head kicks did the guy throw, dude? That 1-2 slip to the side and head kick was like butter, bro. And then Gastelum tried to open up with the inside leg kicks on him. He was like, "You sure you want to do this? Is this where you really think you want to go right now?"
Yep. You're right. It was awesome, man. Yeah, I wonder how many kicks he did land. But yeah, that combination you were just talking about was there all night long for him.
All night. He couldn't miss with it, dude.
Nah, he couldn't, man. You're right about that. So that was the main event. The co-main event, though. Andrei Arlovski defeated Chase Sherman by unanimous decision, 29-28 across the board. Man, Arlovski, bro, this dude, man, he won't give up, man, and that's awesome. That is a warrior right there, for real.
Hey, that's my guy. I called that shit too. Get that money, Arlovski.
We both did. We both called both of these fights the same.
Yep.
Yeah, Arlovski looked good, man. He is so like he rejuvenates, reinvents himself every couple years, it seems like, and then he'll go on another run. It's crazy, man. So, so that was a pretty cool co-main event, but we would be missing a big opportunity if we didn't talk about Jeremy Stevens before that, the Heathen. Did you see that at the weigh-in?
Oh my God, man! Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna tell you about it. Go
ahead. Jeremy Stevens and Drakkar Klose were talking. I guess they were talking shit to each other. You can't really see in the video. They were saying something to each other. Jeremy Stevens pushes him, and apparently Drakkar Klose sprained his neck in the little bit of a scuffle. So go ahead, Nico. What were you gonna say about it?
All right, I've been getting hit with this shit too. This is the other thing that my line has been getting banged about nonstop. Oh, if he can't take that push, then we know what Heathen was going to do to him in the ring. Heathen was going to lose that fight.
Yeah, he was.
And if y'all have never been in a car accident and gotten whiplash, it's a real fucking thing.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a real thing. And it don't got to be that, man. You could just be getting hit playing fucking football from the back and your head snapped back. Like any fucking thing, dude. whiplash is serious, bro.
Definitely.
You gotta stop that. And when your head fucking jerks, it only takes so much force for the brain to hit the skull.
And not a lot.
It's not a lot, dude.
No, it's
so
not.
it's not past the physical realm that this could happen to somebody. Like,
right.
It happened, dude. You got to stop putting your fucking hands on people in these fucking weigh-ins.
Right.
I get you want to sell the fight. I get y'all want to beef it up. Oh, this is going to be the fight of the night. You got to stop putting your hands on these people. You're a trained fucking fighter. You're probably lifting weights. You're strong, dude. That man is just standing there in a face-off. He's not prepared for what's about to go down. Y'all act like your car was in his fighting stance.
Yeah, I know, right?
For it. No, he's just facing off.
He was standing there.
His face, talking about your car got a little too close. No, motherfucker, you walked into his face. What are you talking about?
Jakar was just standing there like straight up. He wasn't even in his fighting stance. He was just standing there.
Jeremy got to get fined for that shit, honestly.
Yeah. They all
got a fight fucking canceled, dude.
Yep. They all think they're Conor McGregor. So they're going to talk shit or push people.
You think that Jakar pulled out of this fight and just said, fuck a payday? Because he's got it like that?
Right.
No, motherfucker. That's not what happened. He wanted to fight.
Right.
You think that his coaches don't want to get paid?
Yep.
What's wrong with y'all? Stop it. In some alternate universe, y'all really must believe that no matter what, if your name is on the bill and the bill takes place, you get paid whether you fight or not. That's not what the fuck happens, bro.
Yep. And not only that, but it's not like the UFC just sends a jet over there to pick you up and your coaches. You're paying your travel to get there.
Yes, dude.
That comes out of your purse. You put the money up or whatever, and you take that money out of your purse. Unless you're like somebody huge and say, hey, I need a ticket or something. It's not going to happen. It really isn't going to happen.
And out of your purse, you're paying your coaching staff.
Yep. Your coaching staff, your gym dues, everything. Your sponsors pay you extra when you fight. He didn't fight, because that was a bad situation. That was ridiculous.
And he would not pull out the fight like that. Like, y'all got to stop this. Something really happened to that man. And something really happened to that man. Jeremy deserves to be fined for that.
Right. He just wasted 3 months out of his life, And fight camps are no joke.
And we've seen this shit happen in the past. We've seen Conor, punch the back of Nate Diaz's hand. He could have broke that fucking man's hand when he did that shit.
Yep, that's true.
We've seen him throw a fucking kick at Khabib while he was being pulled back. If that shit clipped fucking Khabib, bro, he's a wild motherfucker, dude. We got to stop this shit. And the more that they watch Conor do this crazy shit and all these other fighters do this crazy shit, the more they're inclined to do this.
Yep.
You got to stop this shit. You ever seen the video of the dude who kissed the other guy while they were facing off? And homie he tees off, knocks him out real quick. He goes, I'm not gay. I don't know why he's kissing me.
Oh, was it in Pride? Was it Heath Aaron?
It was Pride.
Yeah, the dude kissed him like when they were in the ring.
Yeah.
They were getting ready to fight. Yeah.
And he just fucking pop with the quickest dude.
Knocked that man cold, man. Yeah, you're right.
Get out, man. It don't matter.
There was no fight.
Or you kiss me. Some shit's about to go down right now, and it's gonna fuck up this fight.
You're right.
Touching each other, man.
Yeah, you're right about that. And none of them are Conor. And they need to realize because he's Conor or because it's Nate or Jake Paul from last week, those guys can almost get away with it pretty much because they're the top bill. Jeremy Stevens, you're barely on the main card. You know what I mean? So that was kind of a bad idea. I think I totally agree with you. Besides that, on the main card, we saw Tracy Cortez defeat Justine Kish by split decision. We saw.
Was that the chick who powerbombed the other chick?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe so. I'll be honest with you. That was one of the fights that I wasn't watching because I was watching Triller.
Bro, this chick had like the triangle on her, and she stood up and powerbombed this bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Like right at the bell whistle.
Oh my god,
that might be my favorite clip of all time. I might have to send that shit to you right now so you can pull it up.
Nico, let me ask you this though.
What's up?
So you're saying that Cortez power bombed?
It was like a buckle bomb. It was a buckle. So
it's Cortez that delivered it to Kish, though, right?
I think so. I don't know.
Like that.
Okay. I don't know either of them like that. I just remember seeing a chick get power bombed.
Hey, I got to look that up because if it is, that'll be the number 2 big time highlight of Keisha's career because she's the one who shit her pants in the octagon. That is her. That is absolutely her. I'm shocked that after that Dana has kept her employed and on the on cards and on TV and stuff because man, that was crazy when Felice Herrig made her release her bowels. But
you don't think that's a good look, shitting on yourself?
Nah, not really. So that is one split decision right there. Tracy Cortez beats Justine Kish. The fight before that, Luis Pena, the violent Bob Ross, beat Alexander Munoz by split decision. All right. The fight before that, Alexander Romanov beat Juan Espino by technical decision, aka split decision, because it was an accidental knee to the groin. Romanov wasn't able to continue, so it went to the scorecards, which was a split decision. Now we're at 3 split decisions in a row from the prelims to the main card. The next fight, Jessica Penne beat Lupita Godinez by split.
I think that was the power bomb. Did Jessica Penne get power bomb?
I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up, man. I was watching Triller and I was kind of flipping back and forth. I saw Andrei win his fight. I saw, Jacob beat Abdul Razim Alasan, however you say it. That was those were all 3 decision fights, and I saw a little bit of the prelims, but I'll have to see what happened, with the power bomb.
I got it right now. I'm recording it and send it to you.
Okay, cool. All right, I'll have to check that out. But so that's 4, Nico. That's 4 fights in a row that went to a split decision.
That's right.
Where the fuck are they getting these judges, man? That's so inconsistent.
It is wildly inconsistent, and it's tough as a judge sometimes. You think that shit is kind of close and you give it to the other guy, and that's where those 30-27s versus 29-28s come into play. But sometimes it's so one-sided. It's like, where the fuck did you pull this round from, dude?
Yep.
And something's got to change maybe in the scoring criteria. Maybe some judges are seeing takedowns where nothing really happens on the ground after that as more than they actually are.
Right.
Maybe you're scoring these little flick kicks more than you should be scoring these flick kicks and
that are doing no damage at all. Hey,
absolutely.
Nico, you know what my favorite thing is, man? And this hasn't happened in a long time, but I used to watch some fights with some friends. And my one friend, he'd be like, man, that was a good fight. It'll be a unanimous decision. The fight will be over. My friend would be like, man, that was a good fight, but they should have at least had it as a split decision. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Why would you want a split decision?
What?
If he won, he won. If he lost, he lost.
Absolutely.
Why would you want to, And then another thing, I've had people tell me, oh, I think that, let's say, Connor's going to beat so-and-so by split decision. I'm like, so you think it's going to be a really close fight and the judges are going to disagree on it? That's just a weird prediction.
Yeah, it's a strange prediction to think that the judges don't see the same fucking shit. Granted, it's point fighting and or sports jiu-jitsu that I did most of my work in. But right. I can't recall any point in time where at the end of the round, the judges, asked, what's the score? And every single flag that was in my favor didn't go up. Maybe once or twice, or maybe a few times they saw it as tied. But the majority of the time when they would ask, how did the judges see the round, every fucking flag would get raised in my, my side. Like they all saw it the same way.
Right.
So I don't get this shit where these judges are so on opposite sides sometimes, especially Adelaide Bird. Somebody need to take her away.
Right. Okay.
Send her to a clinic.
Yeah, no, you're right.
She'd be fucking crazy with her scores.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know what happened. Yeah, no, you're right about that though. It's, I don't know. It's been going on for years, man, but they've got to figure something out. I saw, a couple times, was it Joe Rogan that said he thought they should have 5 judges or 5 judges? I think he said there should be 5 just because of how, I don't know.
You throw out the top and the low. You throw out the high score and the low score. Only do the ones that coincide.
I think so. I think that's what it was. I can't remember exactly what his argument was, but I'm pretty sure that was it. Yeah, that was Jessica Penne that got powerbombed, by the way.
Jessica Penne got fucking powerbombed. She won that fight, but
she won. Yeah.
Yo, oh my god, shit was so funny.
That is, I just saw the video of it. That was pretty crazy.
Oh man.
So, but yeah, it's just crazy to me that there were so many split decisions all across the board on all the cards. It's like, I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Like the Justine Kish fight, she, let's see, split decision. She had one judge that had it 29-28 in her favor. And then Tracy Cortez had a judge 29-28 and a 30-27. All three of the judges had different scores and saw a different fight. It just doesn't make any sense, man. It doesn't.
No, not at all, bro.
And it's not like it's a fight that could turn into point fighting because there would really be no way to actually judge it and score it. But it's just, man, something's got to change. These guys need better training.
It should be the live scoring.
Yeah.
That's the way that it has to go, bro.
Yeah. And we both came from wrestling backgrounds, and they live score during that. And
if honestly, if there was a way, right, to have each one of these judges have like a red marker and a blue marker, and they're just sitting there tapping that button for who they think is scoring the points, and it's all getting tallied into a computer and then showing on our screen. Like, okay, it's a little dial in the middle. Okay, it's moving towards the blue side, or it's moving towards the red side right now. And we could literally see how the judges were scoring and what they were tapping.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be fucking crazy, dude. That's
be a good idea.
And
no, you're right about that.
Fighter, okay, right now I need to turn this shit on. I'm getting my ass beat right now. I need the knockout.
Right.
This is close.
Yeah. And see, I think some fights are better to have the mystery. It builds up more excitement and anticipation for the judgment.
But could you imagine seeing a marker dead in the center, round fucking 5, and then seeing that shit tick towards the red and then back towards the blue in the middle? You would be on the edge of your fucking seat, bro.
Oh, I would.
You would not be.
I would.
What the fuck?
Invicta started doing the open scoring. Did you know that they have it up on the screen?
Really?
Yeah, and the people in the arena can see it, or well, if they're in the arena, yeah.
That's awesome. Have you ever watched like the gaming competitions where people fight in like Street Fighter or Tekken, and it'll be like one dude's whipping that dude's ass and his life bar is down to here, but then he pulls off some magnificent combo and fucking defeats the other guy, even though that shit is so fucking exciting.
Yeah, you're right about that. That's cool, man. Yeah, I could see it. I mean, I could definitely see that. But speaking of Invicta, did you see the news about Invicta this weekend? It was bought by the same company that owns Impact Wrestling.
Oh wow!
Yeah, let's see. It is called
Why?
What
for? Where are they going?
Well, this is the thing. They're taking it off of Fight Pass, and they are going to go on Access TV because that company that owns it owns that TV station. It's called Anthem Sports. That's it. Anthem Sports and Entertainment. And they have Impact Wrestling on there and a couple other things. So they decided to buy Invicta FC and yank it from, obviously yank it from the UFC, whatever, Fight Pass, which is going to leave a big hole in Fight Pass because Invicta and LFA are probably neck and neck with the biggest promotions besides the UFC being on there. Mm-hmm. Those two and Submission Underground are the only fights or competitions, fights, whatever, that I actually look forward to that I know is going to happen. The other ones I might just catch them, like the Icons and all that. But I've seen one time I saw the Alaskan Fighting Championship on there. It was crazy, man. But I'm all for it. I'll watch two bag ladies fight in front of my house if they want to. I mean, if it's on and they're going, I mean, it's always fun to watch. But it's interesting though that Invicta was purchased because they, for years, I don't even know, but a long time, they have been like a feeder system to the UFC because they're on Fight Pass.
Yeah.
And as soon as like a female would get really big, really good, even be the champion, the UFC would sign them because that was just like the working relationship they had. But it was partially because they're on Fight Pass. Now they're going to be on a different station that has nothing to do with the UFC. I'm wondering how well that they'll work together to get, the best female fighters in the world to the UFC. It's going to be strange, man.
It's definitely going to be different, dude.
Yeah, it can hold some careers up.
It's a good play by them to put that hole in the UFC, man.
Yeah.
Hopefully another company comes and swoops up like LFA or somebody like that, dude.
Yeah.
So we can stop paying for this Fight Pass shit.
Yeah, I mean, that's true because the UFC fights that are on there are really just the early prelims now, and you can pretty much find them anywhere online, So it's kind of silly to pay for that. But yeah, so that was pretty much the weekend in fights. I'm not going to go through every fight on every card, but those were the results of the major fights this weekend. So let's talk about some different people from this weekend. We know Nemkov's next fight is against Rumble or Yoel Romero.
Mm-hmm.
So, and let me ask you this: who's Jake Paul going to fight next? Is he going to fight Dylan Dennis, or is it going to be somebody else?
Fight Dylan Dennis next.
Okay, you said that earlier, so I was just okay.
And if he doesn't fight Dylan Dennis next, it's because Dylan Dennis is scared.
Okay. Oh, did you see that reggaeton artist? He got knocked out. Raycon, the one that we talked about last night, he got knocked out by an actual. They said this guy is like a millionaire or a billionaire. He's some kind of guy, but he used to be a pro boxer.
Okay.
He knocked out Raycon and then called out Jake Paul and said he wanted to fight him on the next show.
Fury?
No. Who was this guy? Let's see. It was like I said, it was Raycon, the whatever dude he was. He was a reggaeton artist, and he fought against Joe. Oh yeah, Joe Fournier.
Fournier. Yeah. Fournier.
Second round. He was beating the crap out of Raycon. Raycon went back to the corner and just didn't come back out. Probably a smart move because he was going to get knocked unconscious.
Yeah.
And then so that dude, apparently he's an English entrepreneur, set up his own business before selling to a FTSE 100, Fortune 100 company. He subsequently moved into the nightclub industry and then boxing. So basically he's kind of like Jake Paul. He's got that kind of money for him, going for him. So he's able to train pretty much nonstop. And he's got a record of 9-0 and 1 no contest. But to put this into perspective, not one guy on his whole.
You said he had a record of 9-0 and what?
And 1 no contest. Let's see.
One no contest. If I'm Jake Paul, I'm not taking that fight.
Not making that fight? No?
I'm not taking that fight. Nope.
All right. Not yet. Listen to it.
I got 3 fights. You got 9. I got 3 fights. You got 9. No.
But listen to this, Nico. So the 1 no contest, he actually won by knockout in the second round, but it got overturned after Fournier tested positive for banned substances. Okay. So he probably was on steroids, among other things. Let's just throw that out there.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that I will point out to you is that all of the people on his record do not have Wikipedia pages. He's got 7 guys from the Dominican Republic, and not one of them has a Wikipedia page. Then he's got 1 guy from, from Belgium, and one guy from Hungary. None of them have ever been heard of. I mean, and he hasn't.
All right. So you got me there. So maybe I would consider taking a fight. How many followers does he have?
How many what?
Followers does he have?
Oh, I'm not sure about that, but let me just point out one other thing. He hadn't fought in over in 5 years before he knocked out Raycon.
If I'm Jake Paul, that's the big point for me. Then is how many followers does the guy have? How many people can he bring in?
Yeah, absolutely. And he's 38 years old.
Fucking 10 million people, because those are the amount of followers I have. Hey, tune into this fight. Then we know what I bring to the table. What do you bring to the table besides for you fight?
Yep. Oh, I don't think that's him.
It's got to be something. If you're this like rich billionaire entrepreneur, then put up some money to fight me. Bet me that you'll beat me. Give me some form of incentive.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I like that.
I was
like
that. Otherwise, I'm gonna fight somebody with a name and a built-in storyline like Dylan Dennis, so I can get to Conor McGregor as fast as possible, whether I think I can beat him or not. I know what that payday is gonna do for me.
Right. You're right about that. And it's at the end of the day, it is all about money. I can't even find this guy on Twitter, to be honest with you. There's a bunch of Joe.
Everybody's got a price.
Yeah. Let's see. You're right about
$1 million
that.
man, baby. It's all about the money.
Oh, Nico, he's got about 200,000 followers.
No, you can't fight me. No, sir. You can't step in the ring with me.
No.
Thank you, no thank you.
Yeah. He definitely doesn't have a following like that. No. He's got the money, though, but he just doesn't have the following.
That's cute. So, no, you can't fight me.
That's all.
Not unless you're going to put up some crazy amount of money.
Yep. Nico, let me ask you this, because 10 mil, yeah. What the hell is so Oscar's gonna fight on Triller? You saw that he's fighting in July. They have not announced an opponent for him yet. He's trying to fight Eddie Alvarez. Okay, we talked about earlier. What the hell's going on with Golden Boy Promotions? He's not going to fight for his own company. He's going to fight for Triller. That's kind of weird to me.
That's a strange thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So do you think that they're kind of in business together? Is that what's going on? Does Triller own Golden Boy now?
Maybe not yet. But I did look that up. So a company owns half of Triller, or at least part of Triller, and Snoop owns part. They're partners. Him and this other media company. So I wouldn't be surprised.
Paul is not an owner.
Not in name, but I wouldn't be surprised if he owns a piece of that company that owns Triller. You know, I mean, it's basically they say that company is the partner of Snoop Dogg. So, all right. So you think Dylan Dennis will most likely fight Jake Paul
next? Dylan Dennis next. If I only speak as if I was Jake Paul. I'm doing Dylan Dennis next. I'm calling Conor McGregor out. If Conor doesn't accept, I'm gonna see how serious Nate or Nick are. Hopefully, it's Nate.
What about Artem Lobov? Is that too risky of a fight for Jake?
Yes.
After
how much does Artem weigh? No. He doing this bare knuckle shit, my guy. That's not the motherfucker you want to step in the ring with right now.
No, I was just wondering, man. You know, Khabib smacked him, and then Conor was ready to fight Khabib. So
I think that that's too risky. I feel like Jake could win that,
but it's not a guarantee. Is that what you're gonna say? Yeah, Nico's frozen right now, but
Artem's a little different. He's Russian, right? He's Russian, yeah.
No, yeah.
Don't do that one. Don't do that.
Don't want that one. Hey, you know, I was just wondering though. Obviously, Conor was able to do it because he's the biggest name in the world, and Dana White was in on the promotion. He was able to fight Floyd. Does Dylan Dennis have enough pull in Bellator that Scott Coker would even let him go and fight Jake Paul?
Yes. You cannot stop me. I don't care what the contract is from fighting this kid. I'll fight out of my contract with you. What are you talking about? I'll fight out my contract with you. I'll keep the kid on the line. I'll be back. How many more fights I got left on this contract? 3? All right, cool. I'm going to see how fast I can do these back to back to back. Because I'm going to fight this kid. You can't stop that.
And then they'll cave in a little bit. Yeah, that makes sense. That's a good call.
You can't stop it. I'm going no matter what. And if I'm Jake Paul, my end goal is to get paid the most I fucking can, the most I possibly can, most eyes on me as I possibly can, and lose that fight. I cannot lose before I have that fight.
Well, I mean, hopefully win that fight.
Hopefully win that fight. But every fight that I do leading up to this Conor McGregor fight or somebody at that level, I cannot lose this fight because that's what the end goal is.
Yeah.
That's the documentary.
That's true. That's
the doc right there, right? The kid fights all these fucking people. They say that they're nobodies. He fights Ben Askren. Okay, now he fights Dylan Dennis. Okay, great. Now he fights Nate Diaz. And then he fights Conor McGregor. That's the documentary right there. That's what sells. So it has to be like that, dude. It's a fucking movie.
Well,
nobody kid pops hot on YouTube, goes on to be a fucking fighting sensation. That's the movie. So you can't risk it on Artem Lobov because he's coming to spoil the fucking party.
Right. He's a tough dude.
Yeah.
Hey, how likely is it that Jake Paul calls out one of the Gracies to box him next?
That's funny.
Hey, funny. I wouldn't be shocked, would you?
No, hell no. Hell no, I wouldn't be shocked.
Hey, because he called out Ben, who he knows can't do stand up. If he called out one of the Gracies next, I think it would be amazing. That would make him still the number one.
You want to know where I would go, honestly? Because Jake Paul is such a fucking troll.
Yeah, what's that?
Henry Cejudo.
Yeah.
You're retired. You've put out footage working with Mike Tyson.
He's really big, though.
You weigh 135 pounds.
Bro, Henry's 5'7", and Jake is like, what, 6'3"?
Yeah. Real troll shit. Yeah, real troll shit.
Freak show, yeah. I guess call him out. Yeah.
Right there. Real troll shit. Come see me, Henry. You've been working with Mike?
Right.
My big brother.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, you know that he called out Dana White, wanted to box him too, right? He said, "Oh, Dana, you're a boxer."
Facts. But and you know what his selling point could really be? What are you talking about? You think that you're this great champion? I just saw Floyd Mayweather tune up my brother Logan. I just saw that. So what are we talking about height differences and weight differences for? Because I just saw Floyd Mayweather do this. You're Triple C, no?
That's true. Yeah.
What are you talking about? Well, so we're gonna give this a pass that Floyd Mayweather can fight Logan and he can tune him up, but when this kid calls out Henry Cejudo, now we're going whoa.
That's true. Why? When are Logan and Floyd gonna fight? Are they actually still gonna fight, or is it canceled?
I don't know what's going on with that shit.
I know it got pushed back because apparently ticket sales were horrible. So,
this boy might swoop in and take that fight. Now imagine this, how crazy would this shit be? Because I'm just living in fantasy land right now, right? Shouts out to fantasy land. It's always a brilliant place to live, right? Now, let's imagine this fucking kid does Dylan Dennis, right? He does Nate,
right?
For some reason, he does Connor, puts him to sleep.
All right.
And then fights Floyd fucking Mayweather, takes the fight from his brother.
Bro, you know what? He'd probably be the second highest paid boxer of all time behind Floyd.
All time. To lose that fight, retire, and have one of the greatest stories known to mankind.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
What world are we living in right now?
It's a strange alternate universe.
As it comes out of my mouth, you go, wait a fucking second. That could kind of actually happen, though.
It really could.
He could literally, if he goes and does Dylan and Nate back to back like that, Connor's gonna have to fight him. If Connor's gonna have to fight him, now the UFC fucking looks bad. If he does Dylan, Bellator look bad. He do Nate, UFC don't necessarily look bad because it's Nate. You know what I mean? Like he's good, but he's never been the guy. He do Connor, UFC look fucking bad.
Right.
And if he fights Floyd and Floyd wins, boxing looks amazing.
If he fights Floyd and he beats Floyd, or if Floyd wins?
No. Floyd wins.
Okay, got you.
Floyd wins.
Yeah. I mean,
there's no universe. There's no alternate universe. You can take me through every portal you want. There's no universe where he beats Floyd fucking Mayweather in anything.
Hey, this is the thing, though. As Floyd keeps getting older and older, Jake lands one big shot.
No. Floyd got B-Hop age in him. Floyd got B-Hop age in him. There's no – over the course of the next decade, Floyd's daddy will get in that ring and spank Jake.
Hey, do you think that we see Jake at any point in his career? Do we see Jake fighting any household name boxers on his way to whatever this big fight that he's going to get is? Do we ever see him step up in competition? Okay, maybe not household names, but names that we actually know, names that me and you have heard of before.
Bro, no, man.
No, we don't see him do that anytime.
He cannot fight anybody. He can't fight nobody with 12 W's on record. That's a professional. Because that means that their amateur career is probably like 20 plus.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's no professional who came out of the fucking boxing gym and just said, "Yo, coach, I think I want to go pro right now with no ambi fights on record." That's not how this goes. There's
right,
a ton of amateur fights and smokers that are taking place prior to this shit.
Besides him, he's the only one.
He's a unique case. This is what I'm trying to tell the fucking people, man. I can't believe that we circled back to this fucking kid again. How amazing. But look, yo, he's a unique fucking case. He's famous, and that's the only. I keep telling y'all that's the only reason y'all hate on this boy. That's the only reason y'all talk shit on him. But for that same reason, it don't make no fucking sense what y'all are saying. Y'all wanted to fight a pro fighter. Y'all want to fight a household name. How? No, his fourth fucking fight, not you, Will.
Right? Yeah. No, I was just asking. You know,
his fourth fight.
Yeah. Yep.
It don't make no sense. He's unique, and people gotta realize that shit.
Yep. And the interesting part that I'll point out, and I made a joke earlier that his next fight was going to be against CM Punk, but it's the same thing that happened with CM Punk. He couldn't take any amateur fights with how famous he was. It couldn't happen. He had to fight whatever he had to fight. He got thrown in the fire and lost.
Hey, look, man, I'm gonna tell y'all this right here, man. If for some reason, this podcast was the pop tomorrow, we just fucking took the fuck off to the moon. You don't think that Will is gonna try and get me in some fights?
That who would?
You.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You don't think Will's gonna try and get me in some fucking fights, knowing my history and my background, but none of y'all know my history and background? You just throwing me in there to fucking fight? Y'all be like, oh no, this kid's a fucking podcaster. He don't have the fucking juice. All he does is talk fighting. And then y'all be like, oh shit, he can fucking move. Y'all don't know what the fuck these people are doing behind closed doors. You think that he's putting this training footage out as what? Just some content for your ass? Oh, that boy is seriously training.
Yep, you're right about that. No, and that's the thing. He's got enough money. That's all he has to do is train. If he wants to train 12 hours a day, he never has to worry about another dime in his life.
Exactly.
Yep. He's got a good setup right now. So we said he's probably going to fight Dylan Dennis next. I like that fight. Robert Whittaker, we said he'll probably fight Israel Adesanya for the title next. And that would leave Kelvin Gastelum. I don't know who he would fight next. We'll see. I'm not sure who he would fight after that loss, but hopefully they get somebody to fight him that's not quite as big of a name as Bobby Knuckles. Oh, okay. So, but yeah. So we'll see who he has in the cards next. Let's see who else do we need to talk about their next fight. I think that's it. But Nico, what UFC event is this weekend? Is there? Oh, Nico.
What do you mean, bro?
We got to talk about the fights, man. Let's see. I totally forgot about that. I was thinking, oh no, Wednesday we will though. Wednesday we'll make our picks for that fight. I was thinking I thought there was a weekend in between this and the Masvidal Usman rematch. But yeah, we'll make our picks on that one this week during the week. Nico, so let me ask you this. We talked on Wednesday. We talked Wednesday last. That was our last podcast. Yeah. And anything exciting happen on SmackDown this week?
SmackDown this week. What happened this week?
Yeah.
Fucking Roman came out after stacking the bodies up at WrestleMania, like we knew he would. Said, There's nobody left for me to do. Don't nobody want no problems with me. Nobody wants to smoke no more. Cesaro came out. Cesaro wants to smoke. This is a good baby face. He's riding high off of that win over Seth Rollins at WrestleMania for his first time. Roman doesn't give him the time of day. He sends out main event Jey Uso to fight him instead.
Okay.
And towards the end of the fight with main event Jey Uso, Seth Rollins ran back in the ring and attacked Cesaro from the back. So I guess that their feud will continue for a little bit longer, so we can keep that title on Roman a little longer.
Okay. So you said he'll be feuding with Cesaro?
Yeah.
All right, I can see that. So they had I'm looking at the results now. They had a rematch with Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. Kevin Owens won by countout.
Sammy chicken shit hill. You know, he rolled out the ring. He didn't want to take no more punishment and just walk his ass to the back.
Yep, that makes sense. Rey Mysterio defeated Otis.
Yep, that was a cool victory because Otis is definitely on this heel run right now with Chad Gable. And I definitely think that the people were expecting Otis to take that win.
Okay, all right. Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode beat the Street Profits
in a
title
match. Yep. That was good. Dolph Ziggler, fucking consummate professional and just understanding the ring with the sneak tag. Came in from behind Montez Ford and hit him with the zigzag as he was paying attention to Roode.
Okay. All right. Not bad. Not bad. Let's see. Other matches. We had, Natalya defeated Shayna Baszler with some help from Tamina.
Yep. I think that they're trying to gear them up for a title run. Maybe they'll win the titles off of Nia and Shayna because they're a funny story, man. They like each other, but they don't like each other, even though they're the tag team champions. So I can see the writing on the wall there.
Okay. You know,
about time you give Nia that singles push again. Anyway, you're gonna need some big heels to take on Bianca Belair.
Right. Nico, now I don't follow it as much as you do anymore. But when the crowd's back in, I'll be watching it every week again. I do kind of keep up online, stuff like that. And the one thing, watching WrestleMania and reading the results all the time, they're missing that guy who just doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't care about what's going on. We can compare, let's say,
Dean Ambrose, Moxley, or AEW.
Yes, Dean Ambrose. You could say New Jack in ECW, where he just did what he wanted. Stone Cold back in the day. They tried to do the Kevin Owens as Stone Cold thing, but that wasn't going to work. It never worked. It was a horrible idea.
Yeah.
I think, now I might be wrong, but I think that's really the way they need to go. They need to find somebody who can do that character that can feud with Roman. I think that there's not a whole lot of guys that they can really throw in there that it looks believable. They need somebody who just doesn't care.
You see, now the reason that they fucked up is Kevin could be that guy, but you already let him get fucked up by Roman.
Right.
Now, had you have chose somebody else to fill that role at that time and you started to build Kevin up the way that you were building him through this WrestleMania, past this WrestleMania, then we would have a guy that we could back like he was Stone Cold Steve Austin, somebody that was stunning everything and fucking leaving.
Right.
That would have been good, but you already fucked it.
Yeah.
You already screwed it up, man. You had Roman do him dirty like every step of the way in their feud, dude.
Yep.
So
they probably need a fresh face to do that next time they have somebody like that.
You know, it could be Randy. You take Randy over from Raw and you put him on SmackDown and he starts RKOing every fucking body left and right.
Yep.
Now you might have something back. You could do it with Seth Rollins, but you got to take him out of this heel mode and you just have to make him I want that title back.
Right. I've been hearing rumblings that Finn Balor will be back soon in WWE from NXT. Yeah. I mean, he obviously isn't that character, but at least it'll be something fresh.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know. I could almost see him going wherever Bobby Lashley is, like after the Superstar Shakeup, whichever title, whatever. I could see him being on the show with Lashley.
Yep.
And I think that they could actually have pretty damn good matches because Lashley can throw that dude around the ring and whatever. But you can also see Finn jumping from wherever he wants and landing on Lashley, and Lashley's not going to move. Lashley's not going to let him get hurt. So that could lead to some fresh feuds coming up. And as the crowd, like I said, as the crowd starts coming back in, I think WWE will regain a lot of popularity. What do you think? Hey, real quick, what do you think of the Peacock Network getting the WWE Network?
You know, I like it. I was doing $9.99.
So now it's $4.99.
$4.99.
Yeah,
maybe I like that.
I didn't mind that at all. Pretty interesting.
It is interesting. I wonder what Vince made off of that though, because they have to purchase it off of them, right? So $1 billion for 5 years. They licensed it. Yep. Shut the fuck up.
That's right.
Vince is daddy. Vince is fucking daddy.
Yep.
Come on, man. Who's doing it like him?
Yep. Nobody.
Y'all need to cut that shit out too, man. I know that when McGregor started doing it, y'all started calling that shit the McGregor walk.
No, that's the
Vince swag.
That's the
Vince swag.
You know what that is? That's the no chance in hell, bro.
No chance in hell. What is wrong with y'all? Vince been doing that shit for years.
Yeah.
Cut that shit out right now. He's He is the billionaire strut.
Yep.
He dropping hundreds out that back pocket. Cut this shit out.
Drop it like it's hot.
Yo, you remember what Eddie Murphy was talking about? I got so much fucking pussy falling out my pockets. Hey, that's Vince with these $100 bills. Y'all better cut that shit out. That's billionaire Vince.
Yeah, you're right about that.
He been setting the blueprint for these boys.
Yep.
$1 billion for 5 years. So the shit is still his.
Yep.
Oh,
he just licensed it.
Contract. He just licensed it.
Yep.
4 or 5 years down the line, he go, hey, yo, guess what? We back to $9.99. Y'all catch us over at the WWE Network.
No, after 5 years, you say, hey, this has gone really good. Let me go ahead and call Fox. We want $2 billion for the next 5 years. We'll move it over to the Fox, to the Fox network.
Stop playing with him.
Yeah, you're right.
Playing with him.
Although Disney's been wanting to buy it though. Disney wants to buy the whole company.
Disney want to buy the whole company?
Yeah.
50 billion.
I don't know about 50, but
yes, 50.
The UFC sold for 4.
So talking crazy to me. How long is our history though?
I know. I mean, that's true. And it's a ridiculous library.
Shit. No, how about this? How much revenue have we generated from our first match to now? Match it.
Yeah, there you go.
Get the fuck out of here.
I really do hope that Disney buys it and keeps, Triple H around, run it and stuff like that. Because I think that Disney buying it though is the only way we'll ever see a physical Hall of Fame.
Bro, no. Disney can have it, bro.
Huh? Disney can have it?
No, they can't.
Why?
They cannot have it. Because then we'll be stuck in the PG era again forever. We're just
they've got some stuff though that's a little bit more like for older people. They do.
All right. I don't know how you would monitor it though, bro.
I don't know either.
I don't know how you would monitor. How are you gonna stop your kids from watching that shit if we go back to the Attitude Era? How are you gonna stop it? New Day and Matt Riddle have been making references to getting high.
Yeah, that's true.
Disney can't have it.
Yep, you're right about that.
The parents would be in a fucking uproar.
You're right about that. Well, on that note, let's go ahead and wrap it up, man. I think that we've had a good show here.
Did we overstay our welcome?
No. I'm just saying. I mean, I think we killed it, man. I know we talked a little extra about Jake Paul, but that's the talk of the town. We had to, man. We got to cover it.
Absolutely.
Anything that's important in fights, we stay on it and let you guys know what's up. And I'm just going to go ahead and reiterate, if anybody thinks that fight was fake, you just go back and watch the actual fight. That shot that he hit him with, you don't get hit in the face like that if it's fake. You go down to some bullshit. You put your head down and get hit on top of the head because it's not going to – you don't get hit. You don't get clipped on the side of your face. And, so you're risking a broken eye socket, a popped eardrum, a broken jaw. I mean, you don't take a shot like that if it's fake. I don't care who you are, man. That was ridiculous. So, anyway, Nico, anything else you wanted to cover tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. After tonight, from now on, it's Dr. Nick Diddy to you. Y'all ready? That's all I want to cover. You can send me the white lab coat. I'll DM you my address. You shoot that shit over to me with a stethoscope. Maybe some shit to check some blood pressure because I know a lot of motherfuckers out there triggered after today. So you send all that shit right over to your boy, Doc Nick Diddy in the building. Holla at me.
That's what's up, bro. Hey, so Wednesday we'll do our fight picks for next weekend. Yep. There's also PFL fights coming up. More about
yeah. Next week we're doing our fight picks. Newsflash, I'm going with Thug Rose.
We're gonna disagree on that one.
Thug Rose.
Yep. Hey, it's all good though.
What's my main event count now?
Your main event, you are let's see, 5-2, and I am 3-4.
All right.
Because we both picked Robert last night. And we both picked Holland.
Do title fights count?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're gonna count those 3 definitely. That's how I'm gonna catch up with you real quick.
I bet.
All right. Hey, for Nico, Will. That is Dr.
Nick Diddy.
Slick Diddy Nick. We are the Fight Guys. We're about to get out of here. Everybody have a good week. Follow, subscribe, check us out on iTunes. We're all over the place now. And, tell a friend about us. Everybody have a good week. We'll see you then.
Peace.